Hello everyone. Today I have another very exciting piece. This one is a Michael Smith Seeker. And for those of you who don't know, Michael Smith has been making knives for over 35 years. So he's actually not as well known as some of the other new makers because he's not very big on social media. But the thing is, he is, making some of the best pieces out there. And right now, if you look in the secondary market, some of the pieces that you can find are going at insanely low prices. I'm talking, production Shirogorov prices, which, at this level of work, I don't see any reason why you would not go for something like this because it is, the amount of work that's been put into this, the amount of skill that's required to make this, it's it's a no-brainer for me. So I encourage you guys to look it up. Actually, right now there is another piece which is like this piece. It's the Seeker full-size model with this Warrenclyffe blade, and it's an Arizona Custom Knives website. So I think there are a few more out there if you look closely. And let me go through exactly why something like this is a much better deal. I feel like right now the world economy is not doing so well. A lot of pieces are coming up for sale, so pieces that don't have high social media, I guess, not many people who post about it. Not many people show it off, but these are the ones that they not only look amazing artistically, but they work great. So functionally, they're like perfect, extremely smooth. So yeah, all right, let's get into it. So just to get a hold of how early the 35 years is, um, if you remember, if you're watching my channel, you would know the names like Frank Fisher, Todd Fisher, or Stan Wilson, who are essentially legends in the folding knife game. This guy was making knives before Stan Wilson. So Stan used to watch this guy make knives. So that's how, I guess, old school he is. In terms of, not old school, but experience wise, how experienced he is in making knives. And it really, really shows when it comes to the knives. And as you can guess, he's also a maker from Florida because they do the double bolster look. A lot of them like to do this double bolster look, and I don't think it's a mistake that they get inspired from each other to do this. And it's also fully hidden hardware, except for the pivot, which is also a signature that these guys like to do. A fully hidden hardware build, and Michael does this all with manual machines. So you can imagine that the fitting these bolsters and scales together are quite a pain. Even Frank and Todd Fisher do have CNC machines to help them cut these more easy, or I guess more faster. But this guy is just committed to doing this all by hand, by stock, with manual machines. Let's start with the blade in terms of how beautiful it is. It's a very nice Warrenclyffe. It's a signature blade, but what I'm most impressed with is the finish that he puts on it. It is like the hand rub is basically perfect, and it's almost a mirror. And in person, this thing just looks incredible. So you can see the spine of the knife is the same, lock side, the flipper tab, just incredible. He put his maker's mark right here, which some people do, but not many. But I think it's a great location to put your maker's mark. Plunge grind, really, really well done. And then you check out this lock face. A lot of people don't put too much attention on the lock face because the lock will hit this part. It might get dirty, it's inside. But if you check this out, this has the same hand rub as on the rest of the blade, even where the blade, I guess, even where the lock contacts. Right now it's a little bit dirty, but you know, he did mirror polish. Not mirror, sorry, a mirror hand rub kind of finish. I'll just say it's a really high polish hand rub, but it's almost a mirror because you can see reflections. Just beautiful. Going down to the scales, we have a nice double bolster Timascus look. The pivot itself is anodized green with a nice, you know, black collar. Check out how well integrated this is. And this is all with manual machines, with sandpaper. Just look at how well the material is fitted. I just love how this looks. Carbon fiber, very beautifully finished. You can't feel the seam with your thumb. Maybe a little bit, tiny bit when you use your fingernail, but that's the case with most knives that I've tried. But the fitment is essentially, you know, if you look at it, basically seamless. Man, action is really snappy, very smooth, no hang-ups. Check out the backspacer. It's a full-length backspacer. I asked him how he did this. On the top part, he used a manual mill to do this part. But on the back side, he actually used needle files. So he had to go in with actual files to do this part. But what I'm amazed with is how consistent it looks. All the S's, I guess that which stands for Smith. I'm just guessing though, it might not be the case. But it's a lovely pattern and it's all so consistent with a hand file. I don't know, for me that's just super impressive. Check out the centering of the blade, perfect. The fitment is all perfect. So yeah, I mean, if you can find pieces which are really well known in the past, but the person is not doing as much marketing, I think another maker to keep in mind is someone like JWS, or makers who were good in the past but they went out of favor because of, I guess, like political stuff or the way they treat customers. I think Michael is not the same. He treats his customers really well. I actually messaged him and he replied pretty fast. Right now he's actually out of tools. He doesn't have a shop, so he's looking for one. So he's not making one right now per se. But if you have a chance to grab one of his older pieces at a good price like this, you know, check out how he anodized the liners. So beautiful. I just feel like there's quite a few pieces out there right now which are high quality at a good price, but this one, I mean, I was so glad I was able to grab it because I think it's the best bang for the buck that I've ever gotten, you know, since I started collecting. Full hidden hardware build, basically, you know, almost full dressed. I prefer this than a full dress with the Damascus blade because his hand rub, for me, this thing is so gorgeous in real life. I think even in camera it shows how amazing it looks, but yeah. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed this knife, so yep. See you later. Thanks.